Hello and welcome to my show today, guys. I hope that you're all okay and you're all having a blessed Mabon and a blessed day. So, my plans were to actually go live and show you doing my altars for Mabon, but in all fairness, I do not have many of my decorations because a lot of them got broke the last time I put them up. I have got some decorations and things for Mabon in my eBay list that I've had for several weeks that I'm going to be getting, along with some really special herbs and oils that I want to get for that Pacific holiday as well. Now, obviously, Mabon is the second harvest that witches celebrate, and it's celebrating the harvest for the year. So things like your fruits, your vegetables, and all of the luxury and good things that we can eat. Now, for Mabon, when we come together, it's a time for giving to each other, giving thanks to each other, and also giving thanks to Mother Earth, obviously, because she is the one that flourished and birthed everything that we have. So we use this holiday as a feast and a celebration of Mother Earth and her going into her hibernation, ready for when her next time to come and flourish and gift us with beautiful leaves and flowers and beautiful elements for the new year. So, as a witch, we like to celebrate Mabon, which brings us into our Samayan, which is our Halloween holiday. And Halloween is the last holiday that we have to do with the harvest, which is normally the time that we give thanks. We know that Mother Earth herself has gone to sleep, that she's relaxing, she's hibernating, she's regenerating for the new year, bringing us many more luxuries and beauties to our world and things that we need. So it's also a time for celebrating the dead as well, guys. So Mabon is really, really important, just like the Halloween season is, because it's the in between the Halloween, it's the start of Halloween going into Halloween. So we very much, when we decorate our altars up, we will put all things to do with Halloween on there, things like special leaves and different berries and fruits. We'll put on pumpkins on there, whether they're real or they're artificial. We put a lot of decorations to do with Halloween around our altars and around our area of secret space. And obviously, this is something that we'd normally get ready as well for Halloween, when we normally get you like your trick or treaters, or if you're people like myself that just like to do really cool things online and have fun and do exciting things for people's. For me, normally when I do my Halloween festival, obviously I have trick or treaters and people that come to my room and my house, and they'll come in, they'll get sweets and things like that. But what I normally would do is go live, and I normally do like a show where I'll do a earth prayer and spell and a blessing and protection spell for the people of the world, okay? Because I believe that it's putting out there and giving good energy and bringing good energy for the next year. I'll also do like musical things on there as well, playing my instruments and singing, dancing, just doing lots of things to really uplift people's spirits for Halloween. But Mabon is the beginning of that. So it's us getting all of the harvest bits out, like apples and butter squash, nutmeg, up pumpkins, different spices, different herbs, and just putting them all out onto the altar with all of our decorations and just really enjoying and celebrating the Mabon. Now, Mabon for us is a time of harvest, like I said to you. It's when we start to bring everything in ready for the celebration of Mabon and the celebration of the Halloween. You can put that into your harvest for your Halloween as well. So Mabon is a time of reflection on the things that we asked from the previous year and seeing if we've progressed and been able to reach those levels to some sort of standard. And it's about giving thanks to Mother Earth, and it's giving thanks to all of those energies and elements that have helped you to reach those goals or are helping you to reach those goals. Mabon can also be a very good time on reflecting on maybe issues and problems that you've had that you feel have been quite controlling to you or consuming, and looking at where those problems happened, how they happened, how you can change that and bring that into something positive and to move forward. So a lot of shadow work would be used in Mabon as well. A lot of witches will reflect and use parts of shadow work through Mabon as well, because it's reflecting and giving thanks, but it's also reflecting on what you want for your future and how you want things to be better. Obviously, with Mother Earth in Mabon starting to go into hibernation, starting to go to sleep so that she can rest, ready for the new year, that very much symbolises and comes upon us. It's the cold year. It's where the shorter days and the longer nights come into play. It's where it starts to be cold. And even though we don't really hibernate, because we can't, we do like to be in our warmth. We like to have hearty foods. We like to have very spicy and very comforting foods and drinks that really make us feel good in the winter. So we can reflect with her, and it is a time of the year for us to grow and to become stronger again, to fix all of our matters and our problems and bring out the more stronger you for the following year. Mabon is also the time and the start of our witches' new year. Obviously, we all know that New Year falls in January for normal life to everyday people, but for people that are witches or some sort of spiritual practitioner, Mabon and the Samayan are the times of year where witches and spiritual beings of other practices will reflect, and they will open to that energy, and we put forward what we want for our new future. Okay, because it's the new year for us. At that time, it would normally be that we would come together and we would have fires, and we would have all of these lovely foods like apples and fruits and grapes, and we'd have lots of like meats and different feasts and vegetables, all beautiful things that are harvested throughout the year. And we come together and we celebrate the existence of our Mother Earth and all that she gives us, and for her going to rest, and for us being able to rejuvenate also. The winter years are the time for us to slow down and to relax and to look after ourselves, replenish ourselves, rebuild ourselves, ready and vibrant for the year that is ahead of us. So I'm going to be learning you a little bit about what the history of Mabon is. I've got a few pictures and things that I want to show you as well, just of things that represent Mabon. I will also read out to you some of the things off of eBay that I've actually got and that I'm going to be doing, and I'll give you a little bit of information about what I'm going to do with my altars and what I'm going to do to bring that celebration of Mabon and my beautiful Samayan holidays into the picture. But we'll do that after the history and you've seen the pictures. So we'll start with some pictures first. So for Mabon, a lot of colours. It's yellows, reds, browns, purples. It's very hearty smells like jasmine, chamomile, lavenders, clove bud, frankincense. There's just so many different things that you can use. You've got like your herbs as well. Like you've got certain mints. You've got nuts and stuff that you use as well. You can. There are just many herbs which I'm going to speak to you about in a little bit. So first, I just want to bring you up some of the beautiful pictures so you can see. Let me just see who's in the room first, though. Hello, Stephanie, darling. Hello, Disgusting Madman. How are you? Thank you for sharing out. I very much appreciate that. Hello to everybody else that's in the room as well. I can see 5 people watching. Blessings to all of you. So I like you a little bit of information and understanding about what Mabon is and what it is about celebrating it. So I'm just going to bring up some of the pictures. So like I said to you, a lot of it is very Halloween associated. It is the second harvest before the last harvest being the Samayan. So like I said, it's a lot of buttersquash and nutmeg, pumpkins, lots of different beautiful colourful leaves that are normally oranges and browns, and Obviously, you've got greenery in there as well. You've got your red little berries. You've lots of different nuts and acorns, and there's just so many things that you bring in, and this is all stuff that's been harvested and can be used for different things. So our Mabon and Halloween altars are always very, very colourful and very vibrant because it shows off the elements and the energies and the colours that Mother Earth has given us through Mother Nature over the time as well. So it's a beautiful, beautiful time of the year, Mabon and Halloween. Absolutely stunning festivals, very beautiful, very much full of light and uplifting energy. As I said, reflection, looking back on what we asked for, seeing how far we come forward in what we asked for, and giving thanks for being able to be successful. But it's also a time to reflect maybe things that have troubled us or gave us problems and matters, and we're needing to put that right. So maybe some times a little bit of shadow work would come into this. Now, if there is anybody that's wondering what shadow work is, it's about looking at the darker side of you. Not mean the darker side as in a bad side of you, but the darker side as in the things that have troubled you, the things that have been effective to you, maybe situations that you've gone through that are not very nice and is something that's been difficult to get over. Shadow work is very much something that a lot of witches will use to bring out those problems, to be able to sort those problems and face them and make it right. Now, other forms of shadow work could be things like counseling and psychology as well. It's about going into the depths of your hurt and your pain and being able to bring that out and face it and become stronger. Now, that's very much a part of the Mabon blessings and season as well. It's about finding yourself and renewing yourself. It's about saying goodbye to the old that once we had that does not serve anymore and saying hello and welcoming the future. So it's a beautiful time of year. And many, many witches love this time of year. They have to. So as you're seeing in these varieties of pictures, these are the sort of fruits and things that would be used and collected by us for these such festivals. So as you can see here, you can see grapes and apples, different types of berries, different types of nuts, as well as acorns, lots of different coloured leaves, pumpkins, you have buttersquash, all sorts of nutmeg, all sorts of things that you can have in these seasons and stuff. And it's absolutely beautiful. And it smells divine. So here you've got some of the things that the Mabon can represent. So it tells you about what sorts of herbs and things you can use. So there are many, many, many things that you can use, but these are some of the herbs. So you've got rue and yarrow, sage, rosemary, and chamomile for herbs. For your incense, it'd be things such as pine and sage, sweetgrass, myrrh, obviously, there's a lots of other sorts of herbs and stuff that you can use as well. And it's very easy for you guys to be able to find information if you're not really up to understanding what this is all about. There are things online that you can research and find where they'll tell you numbers of things you can use. There are many herbs and many incense smells you can use and things like that, but you would be here forever trying to explain all of that. So I'm just giving you the basic ones that are known. But online or in books and things like that, you can find a lot of things you can use, because what you got to remember is not every smell, every herb, every crystal or works for everybody. Everybody has different tastes. Okay, so you work and you use what you feel comfortable with in your time of celebration of Mabon. Now, you don't have to be a witch to celebrate Mabon. There are other religions and places that celebrate it in a different way, but all of it does reside around like harvests and things like that. And this is more what I'm learning you about what we do as witches. So our symbols are acorns, quartz, frankincense, leaves, and completed. I don't know that one. I've never heard of that. But These are like symbols and some of the things that you would mostly find in your Mabon celebrations. Most definitely the acorns and the gourds, the pine cones, the leaves, um, obviously different types of leaves. You've got your berries and things that you can get as well. Obviously your crystals would be things like your tiger eye, gold, sheen, obsidian, peridot, and then clear quartz, citrine, aventurine, ruby, topaz, smoky quartz, tourmaline, and quartz and moss agate. So these are some of the crystals that you can use, and a lot of people that build up their altars like ourselves, the witches, we will put a number of different things. We'll have different incense, different herbs, different crystals. We'll have little things that symbolize that holiday. So things like the acorns and the gourds and pumpkins is another one that's a symbolization for it as well. Colors most definitely are normally browns and reds, creams, golds, purples, yellows, very, very earthy but colourful colours. Some of the foods that you associate with this holiday and this celebration would be breads, normally putting different herbs and things in there and putting things that you enjoy as well. I'll explain a bit about what I'm going to do. So bread grains and making bread. You've got seeds, dried fruits, beans, squash, nuts, apples, pomegranate, potatoes, carrots, chicken, and wine. Chicken is a very, very well-known meat to have in the Mabon. White meat is very much used in Mabon, but you can have brown meat as well. It's not a fuss, but it's just something that they would normally do. So these are some of the representation of things that you would use in your Mabon holidays and as things to use for celebrations and for your feasts. Okay, well, you got to remember, because when I talk to you about Mabon and I talk to you about the Samain, these are, even though they are both connected, they are both individual celebrations. Mabon is about celebrating Mother Earth, celebrating what she's given us, celebrating what we have achieved and giving thanks for that, celebrating her going to sleep and the rebirth of her new life in the next year, and us becoming rebirthed and being us and being able to go forward in our workings and things like that. Where with the Samayan, yes, is about the harvest, is about the thanks, is about the giving back, but it's also about the Day of the Dead. It's about ancestors and loved ones that we have lost that are no longer here. Between the Mabon and the Samayan holidays, that is when the veil to the spiritual realm becomes thinner, meaning that our loved ones and ancestors that we may not get to see all the time can come and be with us for that day and that evening, and they can celebrate and have feasts and have fun with us. It's the most important time of the year where we can be the most closest to those that we've lost and we love. So Samayan is very much about the dead and your loved ones, as where Mabon is more about reflection and giving thanks, and it's the sign of our Mother Earth going to sleep. All of the trees have lost their leaves. All of the trees have gone to a naked branch. Okay, there is no color, there isn't anything there. It's all starting to change in season, and the leaves are going to start to fall off, because we're going from into a short daytime and a longer evening, so longer nights. So the season is changing. The winter, the cold is upon us. This is the time of year that our lovely goddess and Mother Earth, Mother Nature go to sleep to regenerate and to grow, ready for the next year. When you look at all of the beautiful colours and the beautiful things that we harvest for these festivals and what we have grown and been able to flourish throughout the year, is such an amazing thing. And it really does represent and show us how special and important we are to have such things as Mother Earth and Mother Nature to give us such beautiful aspects in our life. It's also obviously the holiday of the autumn, which is the time where, yes, the leaves are starting to change colour, ready to fall to the ground, because Mother Earth, Mother Nature, is going to sleep. She is hibernating. So because this second holiday represents that, all of the colour and vibrancy that we have left, we put out and illustrate through our altars and through our decorations of our home. It's a celebration of the life that she has flourished us with, how we have grown with her even stronger. And now that she's able to rest, we can rest. Lots of beautiful things that you can eat and go along with, and very, very beautiful holiday. One of my favourite holidays is Mabon and the Samayan, and obviously Yule, which is Christmas for anyone that doesn't know what that is. Then obviously we've got blessings. We do a lot of blessings and prayers and spells and rituals on these holidays as well, especially on Mabon. That's a time for us to do spells on bringing in light and bringing in hope and prosperity in our lives and in others. Spells of removing what doesn't serve us so that we can make way for things that can. Autumn very much is a time of blossoming and being at awe and comfortable with yourself, and accepting that your body and yourself is going into that place where you do need to recharge and to look after yourself, to nurture yourself, just as Mother Earth and Mother Nature is doing. So these are the sort of things that you would see at these sort of feasts when you've got, but some people have other people that come round that maybe are from their religion and they'll sit at the tables and they'll have many different types of food and sauces and herbs and spices and all sorts of things, and it's absolutely beautiful. At this time of year, you will see that when being a witch like myself, a lot of it will be like baking breads and baking biscuits and putting different herbs and different seasonings and spices into them, and doing the same with drinks and things as well. It's all about experimenting with all of these beautiful aspects that you have and making very tasty meals, and obviously sharing it and giving it to Mother Earth and Mother Nature as well, thanking her and inviting the energies of them in to celebrate with you, for you would not have what you have if it wasn't for them. So it is very much about celebrating them. It's celebrating the energies that work with you and are with you through the year, through your workings, through your practices. Obviously, as witches, that's what we do. We celebrate our energies, our deities and things as well. Lots of celebrations of light, so fires and candles, just lots of light and vibrancy and just a sense of calmness to these seasons. They're very beautiful seasons. So these are some of the pictures. I hope that you liked them. So, and I hope you liked how I was explaining to you a little bit more about the season as well. But what I would really like to do is reflect and to give you some information on what the Mabon history is, okay, and where it comes from and where it radiates. Do remember that Mabon is celebrated by many different religions in different ways. I'm learning and talking to you and teaching you through what I do as a witch. I'm a natural witch, and I'm also a practicing Celtic Druid shaman. Now, these energies and practices that I radiate with very much work with the elements of nature and of earth. So Mother Earth and Mother Nature is very important to me, and it's the same with the witch side of me as well. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Mabon, and you can find, again, lots of history about it as well. So I just want to give you some insight. So what is Mabon? Mabon is the last Sabbath in the wheel of the year, making the end of summer and the beginning of autumn. Celebrated during the autumn equinox, Mabon occurs around September the 21st in the northern hemisphere and the 21st of March, uh, yes, 21st of March in the southern hemisphere. The history of Mabon stretches back to the ancient Celtic times through Mabon as a Sabbath holiday really took the root in the 1970s. One of the lesser known Sabbaths, Mabon is gaining popularity and more people turn towards the nature as a guide for their spiritual path. Mabon is most definitely a very good time to find your spiritual paths, to reflect, to open yourself and give yourself new aspects and desires and dreams that you want to reach and do, and making that manifest by believing in it and asking out loud for it and doing things to make that happen. You don't have to be a witch to make your life a better thing. It's having belief and just remembering to give back and give thanks. You can't take and not give back. Okay, so but you don't have to be a witch to do this. You can make your own feasts, call upon your ancestors, your loved ones, and other things to come forward to you. You can ask out to energies that you believe in and ask them for the help, but always remember to give back to them in a form of an offering. So food, drinks, putting different herbs and stuff out, and making things and offering some of that to them. This is all very important. The early history of Mabon. The name Mabon comes from the medieval Welsh myth, the Mabinogion. This oral narrative, which is along the line of Homer's The Iliad and the Odyssey, tells four different stories featuring a cast of recurring characters. Mabon is often portrayed as a young man or warrior. He is a cultural hero of one of these myths. He is born a divine child, and his birth is associated with some kind of miracle, like Immaculate Conception, similar to the stories of Jesus, Buddha, and the Aztec man god Quetzalcoatl. As a baby, Mabon was kidnapped and taken to the otherworld, aka underworld, and is eventually rescued, echoing the story of the Demeter and the Persephone, who are two figures from Greek mythology closely associated with the autumn and spring equinox. Mabon, as the name of the specific holiday, did not take hold until the 1970s. More on that below. But the celebrations of the autumn equinox is as old as humanity. So while ancient Celts may not have celebrated Mabon per se, they most certainly celebrated the autumn equinox, rejoicing in the near end of the busy harvest season. So farmers and all those sort of things. Mabon and the wheel of the year. So if Mabon wasn't an ancient holiday like Yule or the Samayan, where did it start? Good question. Despite hundreds of years of Christianity in Europe, there remains a keen interest in the ancient pagan rituals and celebrations. The fear that surrounds paganism in the 19th and the 18th century thinks Salem witch trials gave way to more academic interest in during the age of the Enlightenment. Ancient paganism was further mythologized by writers of the Romanic period of the late 18th century. This class fairy tales. Therefore, the 19th and the 20th century of Neuropagan movements gained traction with many different sects popping up throughout Europe and North America. Robert Graves was one of the many 21st century writings that helped popularize the concept of 8 holidays based on the agrarian and seasonal cycle of the British Isles, blending the ancient Celtic 5 festivals and the solstice and the equinox. By the mid-20th century, the Wiccan religion had been established in North America in the late 1960s. Aidan Kelly, a neuropagan writer who helped establish Wicca, is credited with shaping the 8 pagan festivals into the world became known as the Wheel of the Year. He is also credited with conning the name Mabon for the autumn equinox celebration, making the last Sabbath holiday in the Wheel of the Year. Mabon and witchcraft. For Mabon witches, since Mabon marks the end of the witches' year, it is a good time to let go of things that no longer serve you, cast spells for decreasing or ending old habits, meditate on what you would like to let go, and give thanks for the good things you have had in life. Mabon and astrology. Author Judy Ann Nix Lincoln's The Seasons of Mabon with the tradition from Virgo and Libra. She explains that this is a time from moving onwards during a season of Virgo and the fullness of summer to a time of interpretation. The Libra, with its focus of balance and harmony, is a turning point in the wheel of the year. More modern Mabon celebrations. The second of the 3 harvests Mabon is often equipped with Thanksgiving and seen as a time by Wiccan and witches, as well as those who don't identify with a spiritual label, to reflect and thank the earth for its bounty. While our modern Thanksgiving holiday that is in the United States often focus on extensive amounts of food, football, and getting a jump on the holiday shopping. Historically, Thanksgiving celebrations were rooted in celebrating the efforts of one's labor and the connections between people and this beautiful earth. Brian Langford explains, to understand this Sabbath picture Thanksgiving and add to it for fact of all food was grown yourself, you would not starve over the winter. Then you will understand how important this celebration was. As I said to you, the Mabon is very much the second harvest of our Sabbath and holiday that we celebrate. And it is celebrating the harvests, all the foods and all of the joys that we've been able to harvest and to grow over the year. Meaning that in the colder months where there is no food that can grow because it's too cold and it wouldn't survive, it doesn't matter because we would have made that food through the year, which will cater for us through the cold and the winter months. That is the whole point of the celebration of this food, being successful and growing this food and having this food so that we can eat and be comfortable and stay and remain healthy through the cold winter. And obviously the main celebration of it is celebrating the fact that Mother Earth gave us those luxuries by giving us the luxuries of Mother Nature and other aspects that we use as well. And for witches, it's a time for us to celebrate as well, because we've done a lot of witch work and spell works and stuff over the year as well, to help others, as well as trying to manifest and make things to happen for ourselves as well, and having to use energies and be helped by energies, and then being able to fulfill those fulfillments for us is very much a reason to why we like to do the celebrations. Is to celebrate Mother Earth and Mother Nature. It's to celebrate the energies that we work with. Is to celebrate the very existence of this world and all of the nourishments and goods that is given to us. But obviously it's also a time to let go of all of the old and the things that don't serve you, and make way and go forward for the future, and allowing the good and positive energy to come in. Going into obviously your Halloween, as I said to you, that is the time of year where we celebrate our dead, our ancestors, our elders, our loved ones. It's a time to remember those that once lived and walked in this world and no longer do. They walk in this world as spirit, as energy. It's a time where the veil becomes thinner, or starts to become thinner in the Mabon, going into the Smayan, and it becomes thinner, and we're able to connect, we're able to mingle and be with those energies that we miss, and bring them together, and we have many celebrations, and we enjoy that. And Halloween very much symbolizes that. Is again, it is about giving and letting go of things that don't serve anymore, and making way for the new way as well. But the Mabon holiday that I'm talking to you about today is the one that starts that off. Thanksgiving isn't what it used to be. It's changed a lot, and I think a lot of people have forgot where the roots of these holidays come from. Like, a lot of people will not listen to people like myself that are witches, because they think that we're evil and we're bad people, and we're not. We're very spiritual, very acknowledged, and very wise people that just know things about the world and the lands. That doesn't make us evil, okay? And we like to do good. Yes, some of our witch people let us down in our faiths because they do bad things, but most of us are not that way. We are of the light, and we are about making better in this world. And I've noticed over the years that the holidays have changed. You don't see families get together so much anymore. A lot of us have lost really, really valuable people in our lives as well, which means that it doesn't feel the same anymore. But it's the time of year that people have to remember to celebrate the fact that we got to have those people in our life, and that we, no matter that the pain and the loss that we suffer and we go through, we can still celebrate the fact that we knew them, and we're the ones that share that love with them, and that they're always with us. That is what this holiday should be about. And it should be about being thankful for what you still have, okay? Because that's very, very important. There are still people here that you do need to be happy that you have, and to celebrate, okay? And I just think the holidays, like Sister Christina said, is becoming less. People are forgetting what the significant importance of these holidays are, and they don't think that it's important, and it is, because we wouldn't have and be who we are if we didn't have the things that we have. Now, I very much love my Celtic shaman practice and religion, and I also love my witch religion and faith as well. I very much believe in them because I believe they're the most naturalist faith that you can follow, okay? And it's not a faith as in it's in a book and it's something that everybody follows. It's a faith within you, okay? And I find them the most natural ways and forms of life, okay? And the things that most identify what we really are. We all started life living off lands. We didn't have medications, and we didn't have what we have today in this world. And now, we would have to grow things, and we would have to make our own remedies and our own medicines. That's what these women that are, and men that are classed as witches were. They were just people that were very acknowledgeable of the land, very acknowledgeable of the seasons, and they knew when things would grow and when things could be picked. They're very acknowledgeable people, but yet they were very much discriminated against because they were different, and they had the ability to see things differently. And believe it or not, there are still people in this world today that are like that. I am one of them. I see things that others can't, and I experience things that others can't. And I very much link to my ancestral energies, especially my witch and my shaman energies that I'm connected to. And over the years, because I've been the way I've been since I was a child, over the years, these energies have learnt me and opened my eyes to the reality and the truth of this world, and to how important and special Mother Earth and Mother Nature is, and how we would have nothing if we didn't have them. And I very much believe in that. And I believe in giving love and goodness out. I believe in trying to make this world a better place, because this isn't the way the world should be. And even though deep down we know that we cannot completely change this world from how it's turning into, we can change how we act as human beings, as people. Okay. And I believe that's what my faiths really learn me. They learn me to be spiritually open. They learn me to see things differently. They learn me to be truly connected to my true energy and creators. Okay. And I see this world in a completely different way to what some people do. You know, for some of you, you'll walk through a woods and you don't hear anything. You just hear birds singing, and you look at the leaves, they just look normal to you. For me, when I walk into a woods, I see it vibrant. I see creatures and energies that you don't, but they're there. And I'm able to talk to certain things that you wouldn't dream actually has a voice and has a sign of living. Trees, plants, for instance, they are living. They do have cells and energies of soul, just like we do. Okay. And they very much communicate and connect just like we do. It's just some of us have the capability to hear that and see that, where some of us don't. You know, for me, when I go into a forest, it's full of noise, it's full of talking, it's full of energy and color and vibrance and different creatures that you don't see. Where for somebody that maybe is normal, they would just walk in there and see the beauty of the trees and the flowers. They'll sit hear the birds singing. They don't really see the true spiritual reality of what is actually in front of them. And that's why you know, as beings, you all need to learn that you're all spiritual and you've all got the abilities to be able to do these things, but it's believing in it and opening to it. And the best way to do that is actually be under people that know what they're talking about and let them guide you and help you. But always remember that when taking your path, you can take advice, you can listen to people, and you know, take bits away from that, but make your practice and make your belief your own. Okay, you don't have to follow every word that we say, you don't have to follow our traditions. You can make it your own, as long as you put aspects of what we're learning and teaching you into that. Make your words, make your prayers, make your spells, make your way of showing who you are and showing your thanks to other energies how you want to. You're an individual, and you're not the same as me. You're not the same as anybody else. Make your religion, your spiritual stand, how you should be, not how others think you should be. Okay, so I can sit here and my sisters can sit here and give you lots of advice and tell you all these different things that you can do. And you can just take snippets of that and then just put your own character and way that you are into that to make it your stand, your faith, how you follow it. Okay. So that was the Mabon history that I spoke to you about. So as I said, Mabon's very much about reflecting, letting go of the old and the things that don't serve you, and allowing all of the new and the positive things to come and to embrace you. It's a time when Mother Earth, Mother Nature goes to sleep and re-energizes, ready for the new year. Mabon is the new year for the witches. As I said, obviously new year for living and human people, it's in January. For us, it is in September, and it is known as the equinox. Okay, so this is our new year. This is the time where we put our resolutions, our dreams, and things that we want to achieve forward. We reflect on the things that have troubled us and we put them right, and we move forward. It's about planning and starting ready for the new future. And it's about giving thanks. And you do that through word, through spells, through celebrations, through your harvests and your feasts. It's there for the Mabon and for the Samayan. That is your time of reflection. That is your time of thanks. That is your time of giving back. And that is your time of renewing yourself. Okay. So for me, for Mabon, now, as I said to you earlier, I was going to go live earlier and actually show you me setting up my altars for Mabon and Halloween. Did not happen because I completely forgot that I wrecked most of my decorations for Halloween last year. Now, as I said, a couple of weeks ago, I did put some herbs and oils and different little bits of decorations I wanted to get, and I put them into my eBay list. I will be getting them on the 27th, definitely. And I will also be going out to a shop that I have here that's known as Poundland. It's where you can get everything for £1. Obviously, the prices have gone up just a little bit because of the pandemic, but there's still prices you can afford. And it's one of those places you can go in and you can get loads of different things, really cool things for nearly nothing to pay. Okay. So they always have all these really cool decorations and stuff. So as well as the stuff that I'm getting off of eBay, I'm going to go into this shop to buy some of my Halloween decorations and go somewhere in town to find a pumpkin as well. So for me, obviously, I like at Halloween, I really like to go live and I like to carve my pumpkin and talk to the guys about how excited I am about Halloween and things. Normally, you would see me setting up my altar then, but I'm wanting to do it a little bit different this year. So when I do that, I will do short videos and things of me setting up my altars and doing what I'm going to do. And then I will have, obviously, the pumpkin that I will carve probably like the day before Halloween. I'll do that live, and I'm going to be doing some baking. Okay, so I'm going to be making some really nice treats that can be for me and for all of the energies that I work with and for my loved ones that obviously I'm going to be calling back to come to the feast with me. So first, it's getting all of my decorations, doing my lives and showing you what I do to celebrate Mabon and Samayan, which is Halloween festival. And normally what I would do is I used to only have the one altar. I had one altar. I've now got three. Okay, I've got an ancestral and deity altar, and I've got a spirit and guardian altar, and then I've got my main altar. Okay, which is my big one. So I've got 3 altars to decorate this year. Believe me, as you go further and you're doing more workings, you'll find you need more altars. Okay, and I've found that definitely. So I have 3 of them to decorate. So I was on eBay and I thought, you know, I could go out and pick all these leaves up and stuff like that. But with the way that my health's been at the minute and the way that I've been feeling, and I've been so busy with everyday life matters, I've not had the easiest year. But I still feel blessed by this year because it's learnt me it's learnt me to see and realize that I'm actually stronger than I thought I was. Okay, and I've come through really dark times and painful times, and I've still been able to stand here and be me, and you know, educate and be who I've always been to others. And I've got thanks to my sisters and that have helped me to get through this as well, and my fam on my YouTube and Facebook and all of these platforms that I stream out to. You're all amazing. But I've not had the easiest year, so that means a lot of the things that I plan to do has not happened. So I didn't go out and foliage and try and find leaves and stuff that I could put onto my altars. I couldn't do it, and I'm not well enough with my legs and stuff. So I was on eBay, and there was this cool package that I could get. It's 120, I think it's 120 pieces or something like that, and it's got like all of the coloured leaves that you'd have for like Halloween. It's got berries, it's got like fake nuts and stuff, obviously, that it's all artificial. It's got pumpkins, squashes, it's got so many different things. It's going to be ideal to go on my altar, on all 3 of my altars. Obviously, my main altar will have a lot of the stuff on there, but I will decorate the little altars with stuff as well. Obviously, I will be buying some little decoration bits off of there. I've got 2 lanterns and 2 pumpkin ghost sort of looking things that are going to be coming. That I'm going to be hanging from my walls. Obviously, going into my Poundland shop and getting bits from there. It's going to be things like my Halloween tinsels, maybe little character sticker things that you put up on your walls and on your doors. Getting a new door collage poster of something Halloween. I've got a little Halloween pumpkin welcome thing that's going to be coming in the eBay as well. But in Poundland, like I said, it's going to be the tinsels. It's going to be some of the little gadget bits that you hang up to make it look really cool. Picking up some of my flashing lights and flashing skeletons and ghosts and stuff like that. And just really, really going out all this year, because this may be possibly the last year that I celebrate Halloween in the UK as well, because I am going to be moving. So I really, really want to make this year really big. Now, I do need to find out when my sister Drew's coming down, okay? Because my friend Alison, which is a witch and she's a sister, and I've been friends with her for a very long time, her and her husband has actually invited me down for a Halloween party. Now, this is going to be the last time that I'm going to be able to get with Alison and with John for Halloween. And it's kind of actually the first time I've actually gone down for a Halloween party with them, because everything seems to have always had something come up and we've never got together. We get together at different times. So this time we've made it a point that she said that she wanted to come down with her husband to pick me up and take me and Dash up to Somerset. And there's going to be a massive Halloween party. They want me to go there because this is going to be hopefully my last year here, and I want my last year to be big and to be remembered, and I know they do too. And them two really, really mean a lot to me, and they've helped me a lot through my struggles recently, like when I've been struggling with money or anything like that. They've been there. They're really, really true friends, and they do look at themselves as like my adopted godparents. I've got a beautiful godmother that's called Joy. She is my godmother, but they're my adopted godparents. I'm telling you, they're absolutely awesome, and they see me as their adopted goddaughter. So they're obviously a lot older than me, but they are absolutely beautiful people, and they are two people that I'm going to find very hard to leave behind, along with some of my sisters that are in the UK here as well, and my family, obviously. But it's my new start, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So this year I'm making Halloween really big. They're wanting me to go down there to Somerset with Dash and have the holiday, but I don't want it to run over when Drew's coming. So I'm hoping that Drew's not coming at the end, like towards Halloween, because I would have thought she'd be at home with the family for that. I'm hoping she's coming in the middle of October, so that I can get that time with her, and maybe, like I said, pop up and maybe see Dobby for 1 or 2 days with her and then come back, because I'm sure that they're probably going to come and get me nearer to the Halloween season. So it'll be around the 29th, the 30th. And I'm really hoping that Sister Drew's not coming around that time, because I don't want to say no and let Sister Drew down. And I don't want to say no and let them down either. Do you know what I mean? Because all of them are special and important to me. So I pray to God Sister Drew's coming in the middle of October, so that I can get to be with her and see her. And then I can go down and be with my lovely Alison and John as well. I really pray to God that that's going to happen, because I don't want to say no to either. And this is, like I said, my last time of the year before I move away. Hopefully, unless something happens, obviously. So yeah, I'm going out all this year. So obviously, like I said, I'm going to be buying the decorations and stuff like that. And I am going to be doing this all live. So you are going to see everything that I got. I'll talk to you through all of the new stuff. Oh, I definitely have got to go to the Halloween party. I've got people that are going to be up there waiting for me to go up there. I've got my sister Alison is a witch, and there's a few witch sisters up there as well that are going to be coming to the party as well. Now, these witches are old school, because, like I said, they're older than me. Like, they're in their 50s, 60s, you know what I mean? But they're awesome women, and for their ages, they know how to party. They don't look their ages. They're absolutely phenomenal women, and they don't do magic like I do. Like they're old school. Like they're the type that if you do wrong, they'll come after you and they'll do whatever they have to do to you. They're like them sort of witches, okay? They're like old school. They're a bit like what Mystical's like, where she's not scared to do things to make things right. And she's got some mad ingredients and things that she uses to do certain things. But that's what these sisters are like, okay? And they're absolutely phenomenal. And they're having a massive Halloween party. We're going to be doing tarot readings and we're going to be doing all sorts of things. And I'm going to be doing it live, guys, there as well. So you guys are going to be in on the party as well. So there's going to be music. It's going to be pumping. There's probably going to be people drinking. Can't be helped. You know, it's celebration. But we're going to be doing a lot of really cool things as well, like card readings and, you know, just doing witchy things, having fun and having a laugh, you know. So I definitely need to go to this. And we had planned on doing little things when I'm up there as well, like going out on a few investigations, because I've been wanting to do that since I've known her. So we're on about going out to some really cool places in Somerset. There's some very haunted places in Somerset. So going up and doing that. Then she's going to be helping with some other stuff to do with witchy stuff as well, like bits to take away with me and to empower and progress my witch faith and what I am, you know. Very, very good at what I do already, but it's always good to have people that want to make you go even further, you know. So we've got a lot of really interesting, exciting stuff that I'm going to be doing when I go up there with them. But then I've got loads of stuff to be doing with Drew. We're going out on investigations. We're going to be hanging out. Meant to be going up and seeing Dobbies. I want that to happen as well. Most definitely. I want to see my sister before I go. I'm praying to God she's going to be coming in the middle of October and not at the end, because I'm going to be gutted, because I'm going to have to say no to one or the other, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Oh, you've just finished a new tarot deck. That sounds awesome, sis. And you also learn how to do witches' wellness stone readings. Ooh, you have to talk to me about that. As you know, I'm still learning my stone side of things. So, yeah, definitely. We'll have to get together, sis, and talk about that. Sounds awesome. Yeah, but it's just that it's whenever the bloody money's going to turn up as well. You know what I mean? Because I know that she's waiting for certain money to come in so she can get down here. And I don't know when that's going to be. And I'm just worried that it's going to be that she's going to end up coming down to me around the time that they're wanting to come down and pick me up. And I really don't want that to happen. Like, I want to see all of them, you know what I mean? I want to see Alison and John and all of the ladies and that up there. And I want to see Sister Drew and Sister Dobbies and go out and do really cool things with them as well. And I had plans to go up and stay overnight in London with Drew for one night, and then she was going to be coming back in. We was going to be going out to some places, and I was going to make some nice foods and stuff, and we were just going to have a laugh and go live a couple of times, you know what I mean, and do investigations and stuff as well. I just pray to God that it don't fall on a time that it's going to make it difficult, because I've got to choose one or the other. I don't want to choose between either of them. They are my sisters, all of them are, and I love all of them unconditionally. Please, Lord, do not make me choose between them. I do not want to choose between them. Okay. Hopefully he's listening, and hopefully Mother Earth, Mother Nature's listening to me as well. Please, as your daughter, please. Right. So getting back onto topic, I have a tendency for going off when I get really excited or really worried about something. So we've got to the decoration bits. I said I was going to show them live and stuff like that. So my next plan is obviously making foods. Okay. Now, obviously with the festival, I'm going to be making foods that associate with some of the fruits and things to do with the harvest. So it'll be things like the grapes and the apples. I can bring other fruits into it, obviously, and berries and things like that. So I'm going to be making a hot chocolate with cinnamon and nutmeg, with cream and marshmallows. That's going to be for me and the spirits. Then I'm going to be making a spicy fruit punch. Okay, so it's not going to be really spicy that you're going to be like, oh my god, what's in that? But it's going to have a little bit of seasoned spice in it. It's going to have some nutmeg again, obviously, and cinnamon. Then it's going to have obviously apple and grapes in it. I'm going to probably put a bit of banana, some strawberries, peaches, a little squirt of lemon. Then I'm going to get some sort of fruit juice or something, so like an apple juice or an orange juice to go in with it. I'm going to blend all of that obviously with the spices and the nutmeg and the cinnamon, and that's going to be my little fruit punch that I'm going to make for them. Now I am planning on, when I've told you the rest of it, I'll tell you what I'm planning on doing. So that's going to be the drinks that I'm wanting to do and experiment for the first time this year. So wish me luck. Obviously, I'm going to be having a feasty dinner, so I'm going to make something like either a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie, or I'll make a beautiful stew that's got lots of vegetables, and I could put some of my herbs and spices in it, like thyme and a little bit of the nutmeg, you know, the tunic, all sorts of like herbs that associate with the Mabon and Samayan festival, and putting that into my dumplings and my stew. But if anyone that wonders what a stew is, it's a gravy based mixture that's got vegetables, meats, and things in it, and it's got these beautiful dumplings that are made from flour. I'm sure you know what dumplings are, and you put them in there and you boil it and let it simmer and boil for a couple of hours, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. You put salt and pepper in it, you can put like some little herbs and spices in there to make it really warmy. A very, very winter meal. So I'm going to be making a stew, which I'm going to do live. I'm going to be making the drinks live as well, because this is all going to be for myself and for the spirits. I will do this for Mabon, and I will do this for the Samayan as well, but I will just bring the Samayan herbs and things that would be used in for the Samayan Halloween side. Okay, so making the stew, putting the different herbs and spices and stuff associating with the Mabon harvest. The obviously, like I said, the hot chocolate and the fruit punch. I'm going to be making some different little cakes and biscuits and putting little different herbs and spices into them. So things with nutmeg and cinnamon, obviously, because that's really associated with this time of the year. So I'm going to be making cinnamon and nutmeg biscuits, okay? And I'm going to be putting icing on the top and putting little chocolate drops. Then I'm going to be making some little cakes that I'm going to put different fruits in and little bits of apple and whatever, and it'll probably be apples and like raisins and sultanas and things like that, and a little bit of apricot. Putting that all into a mixture, putting a bit of the cinnamon and the nutmeg in it, putting a bit of seasoning in it, and then obviously cooking it. And when the cake's finished, drizzling a bit of like the lemon syrup over the top, and then putting icing on the top of it, and that'll be the little cake. So I'm going to be making some little cinnamon and nutmeg biscuits in shortbread, and I'm going to be making some little fruit cakes in squares or circles. Then I'm going to be making two types of bread. I'm going to be making a fruit bread where I'm going to have the cinnamon and the nutmeg in it again. I have raisins, sultanas, apricot, mixing all of that, making a beautiful fruit bread that you can put butter, and you can put butter and jams or honey, whatever you wish on it. Yeah. And so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to be making a savoury. So that's a sweet bread. And then I'm going to be making a savoury bread. So I'm going to be making a cheese bread. So I'm going to put cheese in all of my bread, different types of cheese. And I'm going to put some of the herbs that I would have, like sage and thyme, just a couple of different sorts of herbs that you'd use to put in bread. Doing that and cooking it. And then when it's nearly finished, just putting loads of cheese over the top and putting some of the herbs over the top. Again, you can use butter, you can put hams, whatever in it. And what I plan to do is cut that in half and I'd like save some for me to just be able to eat at home, because I'm a pig when it comes to that sort of food. I love it. And the other part is obviously again, and I will share it with the spirits and energies, obviously, and Mother Earth and Mother Nature. Then the other part is actually to do with Mother Earth and Mother Nature, because what I will do is I'm going to make a little picnic basket up, okay? And I'm going to make the drinks that I said to you, and I'm going to put napkins in there. I'm going to put my cream and my marshmallows, and I'm going to make them a hot chocolate with marshmallows and whatever. I take some of the fruit punch. I'm going to take the 2 different types of bread and some butter in the basket. Going to take some apples and some grapes, a little bit of salad, so like some lettuce, cucumber, and some tomatoes and some spring onions. Putting that all in a little box. Obviously, my little cake and biscuit bites, I'm going to take them as well. And I'm going to go down with a picnic blanket. It's not a picnic blanket, it's just one of my blankets, okay? And I'm going to lay it on the floor. I'm going to set this all up and put a couple of my little pumpkin ornaments I'm going to get there, and take my chalice and take a little cup for them. That's going to hold obviously the fruit punch, and then I'll take a cup that can hold the hot drink, because you don't want it to burst or smash or anything. And I'm going to have a Mabon and Samayan meal with them, okay, giving my love and my gratitude and thanks back to them for all that they've helped me to do to help others and myself, this year. So I'm going to go and spend it with nature. Obviously, I'm going to be wrapped up. This is the UK I live in. It's always cold, so I'm going to have like a hat on. I'm going to probably have gloves and scarf and my coat, but I haven't been in nature yet, because like I said, I've been so sidetracked with all of the hurt and the things that I've been going through. I've not got to be who I wanted to be this year as much as I should. So I am going to be going out and having this feast with Mother Earth and Mother Nature and all of the energies and spirits that are there in nature. So I'm going to do that. I'll probably go live, and I'll probably take I'll probably get my voice recorder and tape some of my music, so that I can just play my voice recorder with like the music, and then I'll have you guys live and you can be there and see it. And what I will normally do as well, I'm going to take my drum with me, my spiritual drum that I use, and my tambourine, and I'm going to play music. I'm going to play music, and I'm going to do a little nature and earth blessing on them, giving them thank you and things like that, and doing that. See if I can find anything lovely on the floor that might be really good for me to take back and put on my altars, or I could use for something, and put some little gifts down for them, and for my energies that I work with that are part to do with nature as well, so the fairies and that. So all of this food's going to be done for that. And I'm going to leave like little offerings. So I'm going to put some like money and stuff down for Mother Earth and Mother Nature, so that they can grow. I'm going to take a couple of little shiny little charm things that I've got, like spare ones, and I'm going to put them down for the fairies, so that they're like gifts. I'm going to take some of my red ribbon and tie that onto some of the branches, so that it shows that they're protected, and that the energy of a witch protects that land. So I'll be doing my little ritual stuff. We'll be having our picnic together, where I invite them, and we're just going to have a beautiful day together, because I haven't done it in a while, and I'm going to do it live so you guys can see that. So all of these sort of bits, even though you'll see them on my channel, they are actually being put into my witch list on my playlist. So if all of you want to go over and look at anything to do with my witch stuff, because it's all over the place, I've actually got a playlist on my list now, and it's called Witches Educational, something like that. It's something to do with the education on it. It's got witch and education in it. Look on my playlist, and you'll be able to go and look over all my videos and my new videos that I'm making as well. So yeah, I'm going to be spending that with Mother Nature and that. And then obviously the Samayans coming. By then it's going to be really cold. So I'm not going to go out for that, because a lot of the energy comes in. I've already done my dedication to Mother Earth and Mother Nature for the Mabon. So I wouldn't need to do that. I can just call their energies to come and join me again, and they will anyway. So the Samayan festival is going to be more for my deities, energies I work with, people I've lost, things like that, And again, I will be doing a baking show for that, making different types of bread, biscuits, cakes, things like that, different types of drink with different herbs, because obviously the herbs and stuff that you use in the Mabon is going to be different to the herbs you use in the Samayan, even though some things will be similar. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that and putting foods out for the spirits themselves that time. So all of my ancestors, my deities, my guides, protectors, all of these sort of energies, and my loved ones that I've lost as well. So, and any spirit that's kind and wants to join, you know. So I've got a lot of very interesting stuff. So obviously this month, look forward to me setting up my altars and doing my Mabon, going into Samayan feast to go and share with Mother Earth and Mother Nature in the woods. I'm going to go and do that. It'll have to be quite early, like an early afternoon, about 12, half 12, because it starts to get darker earlier now, because shorter days, longer nights. Okay, so as long as I get to be there for a couple of hours with them, and that'll make me feel good as well. I can ground myself. I can take my shoes off and tread and feel the vibration and energy of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. It's something I really love doing. And I think I've suffered a bit this year because I haven't done that, because I've just been so busy and sidetracked with everything else. I've had no choice. Yeah, I've stepped outside a couple of times and stood on the grass with my shoes off, and I've felt her energy. Of course I have, but it's not the same as being directly in the heart of her and being directly in communication with her, and being around the very elements of her. You know, it's not the same. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to do it live. I'm going to be live showing you how I do all the foods and everything. I'll go live when I'm packing the basket up. I've got to buy a basket offline because I don't have a basket, and I'm probably going to buy a flask for the hot chocolate. So I'll do that. So you'll see all of that live, and then I'll be live again when I actually go to the woods, but I'll be doing it on the phone, obviously. That won't be on my laptop. So like I said, the music will be put right next to the phone, but it'll be coming from a voice recorder. So you will be there to see that, guys, and it's going to be really cool. I'm going to come up with a little playlist for her. I'm going to put it something like Mother Earth and Mother Nature Feast, Mabon. Mabon Feast with Mother Earth and Mother Nature. That sounds beautiful. And you guys will be able to watch that because I'll be live for it. So, and obviously my other, like I said, my other festival and feast will be at home. And then I'm meant to be away. I'm meant to be away for Halloween, which there will be some very cool lives as well, where you'll be seeing us doing witchy stuff around the Halloween period. And you'll also obviously be seeing some investigations and stuff coming up as well. So, yeah, going to make it really special. I've never really done that, sis. You know what I mean? Like, I show my gratitude, my love. I always make foods and stuff like that, but I never show people what I do. And I never show myself when I go off to nature and do that sort of thing. And I thought, why not do it this year? You know, make it a bit different. I've had a really crappy year. Mind my language. Not crappy in the way that you've done anything for me. Not you. I mean, just crappy in general because of the way things have been to do with my granddad and my nan and that. But I've been fruitful and flourished as well because of the energies of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. They've got me through this, the divine energies. So I've got so much to be thankful to them for, because they've kept me strong and they've gave me so much to help me get through that. So I want to do it. And this is what I'm going to do every year then. Make up like little feasts. Obviously, when I'm over in Texas, I'm going to have family and stuff to do that for as well. So that'll be even more funner. I probably will take some of my little biscuits and like little cake nibble bits over and save some for my mum and take some over to her. Yeah, it is, and I'm so excited. And like, I'll have leggings and stuff on, obviously, but I'll probably like take a dress with me that I can put over the top of my clothing and just tie it up, and I'll just be dressed in my witchy dress and like look properly the part for it. And like I said, just like dance around the trees, doing my prayers and my blessings and playing my music. And just having a beautiful feast with Mother Earth and Mother Nature and the spirits that are there, and that, you know, I can't wait. It's going to be so beautiful. I think it's going to be so fulfilling and uplifting. I need it. I do need to be with Mother Earth and Mother Nature at the minute. I really do. I need to be cleansed and re-energized, literally, so that my ass gets into gear for opening my shop and everything else, which I know that they're helping me to achieve. And that's why I've got so much to be thankful for. And the fact that I'm actually going to Texas, I actually know where I stand and things properly as well. You know, everything I've been wondering about and asking about, they really have worked to make sure that happens. And I'm forever and eternally grateful to them. And that's why, even if I don't always get up to do the things I want to do as a witch, I'll always show my love and gratitude at home in one way or another. And I most definitely have a lot of respect for them. So lots of fun things coming up, guys. Lots and lots of fun things coming up. Obviously, educational shows and stuff that I'm going to be doing, because my lovely friend Bradley, I've actually got a chat thing that's opened that's to do with me actually educating and learning people about spiritual awareness. So I'm going to be starting these courses up, helping people, educating them through what I know, doing things like meditations, readings and things like that. This is actually my platform in their criteria. They're not a company or anything. They're just people that like to do media streaming and stuff like that. So I'm under them, and I have my own page, and I'm going to be like educating people through my knowledge, and also educating them through the books and the elements of things that I've used that's really got me through my spirituality and everything. So I'm going to be doing a lot of educational shows, as well as the shows that I do with Mystical, and the shows that I do if I go up with Pups and Sister Drew, because Pups is normally on a Monday, Mystical is on a Tuesday. Then I've got these guys I'm going to be doing 2 shows a week with. So one's going to be an open panel and having people to talk about the spirituality, paranormal, UFO experiences, whatever. And the other show is going to be me doing educational shows and classes. Learning. Hello, Jenny, sweetheart. How are you? You okay, sis? I'm all right. Just really been really busy today. I've got my head's full of like loads of surprises for the Mabon and that. Obviously, the Mabon starts on the 21st and goes till the 23rd, but the Mabon is all the way through, guys, till Halloween. So do not panic if you're like, oh my God, but I'm only hearing this today. You can still set your altars and whatever up and get on with it. Okay, guys? You're going to still be loved. Okay? Not everybody starts on time. Some are a bit late, some are a bit early. It really depends, you know what I mean? So a lot of festival and feasty stuff I'm going to be doing with nature and that. So this is going to be really good. Oh, you're doing your poster for your Saturday location. I bet that's going to be really, really interesting. I will be sorting out the thing that we spoke about as well, sis, so that you've got some support for the thing that you've got to do. I'll be doing that tomorrow, getting the herbs and stuff together and enchant it, leave it overnight, and then I'll have it all out on me altar on the day that you need it for, and hopefully it will help. So I've got that to do tomorrow. What else have I got to do tomorrow? I've got to do my witchy education show on how to mend wands. So I'm going to be doing that as well, and that'll be premiered at some point. Good. Keep that positive energy, sis. You're going to get through it, okay? Justice is coming, okay? And I'll make sure that I help on that. Yeah, so what was I saying? That's just gone right out of my head. Aura, help me. What was I talking about? It's gone out of my head. So we talked about the festival bits and everything, and then I said that And then I said about the shows. Witchy wands, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a show on wands, okay, like how to mend the wands. I've got to do Jenny's bits as well. So that's going to be in my witchy playlist as well. I'm also going to make a second video for my witchy playlist, which is going to be going into talking about different herbs and oils and what they can be used for and things, you know. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. She, you know what I mean? Like she just sits there and sees if I remember, but then she'll tell me when she can realise I'm getting really frustrated, and I was because I couldn't remember any. It's because I took notice of what my sister Jenny was saying, and it just popped out my head. I was like, because obviously I know what Jenny's going through is really important, and it kind of sidetracked me away. No, not anybody's fault. It's just me. Um. So yeah, I'm going to be doing my little witchy upload tomorrow, learning people how to mend wands, because last week I made a video on about wands and what they're good for and things like that. So this one is going to be about mending wands, and if you can. Then my second video, like I said, is going to be me talking about herbs and oils, and it's just going to go on and on and on, talking about different tools, different anthems, all sorts of things, like just giving people education. And some of it's going to be on paranormal tools and how to bless, cleanse, and you know, just different things, like really educational stuff. So some of it will be witchy and some of it will be paranormal. So I've got a lot of ideas, but I've got a lot of things to be doing as well, because obviously I've got this show that I have to do twice a week, and I've got chats and things that I'm having to run as well as having about 5 or 6 Facebook pages. This YouTube, I have another YouTube that I don't really use that very much. That's more for my UFO and stuff. But and then I've got people's shows that I'm on. Do you know, guys, the only day that I have free where I'm not doing anything is a Sunday, apart from uploading my meditation streams, premiering them on a Sunday. But obviously I'd pre-record that in the week when I'm doing the other pre-records for my witch stuff and whatever. So, oh my God, the only day I get off is Sunday. And that's not even mentioning the people that come to me that need help or need a spell doing, or if I'm going over to my mum's to look after my mum, or if I've got to do something for somebody else. Like, there's so much I'm doing. It's unbelievable. As well as trying to build my shop up and make merches and things to go in it. I still haven't even got round to doing my 2000 sub video, doing giveaways, because I've just been so busy and so sidetracked with everything I've gone through this year that I come to a standstill. And now, because I'm coming back into it, everything's just like, and it's just like, wow, yeah. If I didn't think that I had prosperity and way, I do now. It seems like they've dropped everything on top of my head, and it's like, here you go. You know, you are something, you're important, you're special, so let's make you that way. And just dropped everything on my head all at once. It's just like, oh my God, like all these different shows. But you know what? I like it. I do. But I definitely need to make sure I have a Sunday. But then I don't even have a Sunday off, because I do my crossings on a Sunday. But that's in the evening, so I can still have the daytime, and my crossings are getting better. Okay. Still quite a lot of spirits are turning up and that, but I'm finding they're not taking as long to go. So I have all the work I have to do with that as well, but they're not taking as long to go. They normally take me about half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on how many it is, where it was taking me about an hour to 2 hours to do it. So they are getting faster. So Sunday is my rest day, I guess, apart from just that little deed I have to do. It's important. Stop laughing at me. It's not funny. It keeps calling me a little busybody. And laughing at me. She was like, you know, you like being busy. You asked for people to take notice and to make you busy. There you go. It's just like, yeah, thanks. Didn't mean like all at once, but yeah. Do you know, yesterday, because I struggle really badly to sleep, I'm not a very good sleeper. I never have been. Okay. And I got an order from Sister Drew, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, I didn't put it under the pillow like you should, because I didn't really feel up to doing that yesterday, but I did get it out of the bag, and I held it, and I was sniffing it, and I held it in my hand for about 15-20 minutes. This is for helping you to sleep. And I'm telling you, I sat there and I was holding it, and then I put it away because I just started to feel a little bit like, So I put it away after sniffing it for a little while and just sitting there and holding it in my hand. And I just laid down. I had my cigarette. I laid down, and it must have been, what, 5-10 minutes? It normally takes me about an hour to 2 hours to get off to sleep. And that's even with struggling to sleep. It must have been about 10, maybe 15 minutes. I gave it one more sniff, and I was gone. I was literally gone. And I woke up. I fell asleep at 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. And I woke up at about 4, 5 o'clock. That is the longest sleep that I have had in years. This stuff is awesome. Go to Drew's Pentacles shop. That's Drew from Drew's Abandoned Paranormal Vlog. And she's also known to be on Ghost Squad Scotland. She's got her own shop on SD, which is Drew's Pentacles or something, or Pentacles of Drew or something like that. And hang on a minute, it says here broomsticks and pentacles. Okay, broomsticks and pentacles, or broomsticks and pentagrams. Okay, and she made me this, and it's phenomenal. So go check her shop out, because she's very, very gifted and very good at the stuff she does. And also go and check out Sister Mystical's Etsy shop as well. Okay, because she's another very talented witch herbalist. She doesn't like to call herself a witch, though. She says she's a spiritualist, or she's a holy spiritual person. But I think she's a witch. Okay, Mystical Sis, you're a witch. Okay, she does awesome stuff, and she's under Mystical Love and Light on YouTube, and she'll have her links and stuff on there. And obviously Sister Drew is on Drew's Paranormal Vlog Drew, or Drew's Abandoned Paranormal Vlog. Okay, and all of their links to their shops and that is on there. Go check those two ladies out. They're absolutely amazing. But this is from Drew, and it's absolutely amazing. She sent me this oil, but I'm not quite sure what the oil is, because where I'm dyslexic, I think, oh right, it's chronic pain extract. So this takes away pain. Now, this Drew makes quite a lot, and she's had a lot of customers that have got this because it works, guys, right? When you put it on you and stuff, you feel the energy and the pain releasing. I've not yet used it, but I've seen people's comments that have, and there's people that keep going back and back and back to her to get it, because she's really good at doing that as well. So that's a pain oil that she sent me, because I suffer with lumbar spondylosis of my spine and my hips, which is an arthritis that's turned into an illness, and I'm in pain 24 hours 7 days a week, but just most of the time I deal with it and just get on with life. That's just what you got to do. Your sleeping stuff, absolutely amazing. Again, it's something that a lot of people use and have found really beneficial as well. And Sister Drew herself was saying she was falling asleep the other day when she was making it. Then she sent me the most cutest little angel fairy. I want to call it angel fairy because it can be either an angel or a fairy, right? Okay, sis, darling. Well, you sleep well. A long day. Oh, bless you. Okay, yeah, definitely check into me tomorrow, sweetheart. Love you lots. And she made me this angel fairy pendulum. Is what it looks like to me. Look. Isn't She, the cutest. She made me a little pendulum thing. And it works because I actually sat here last night for a couple of minutes and I held it like dead still. And I asked in my head, is somebody here? And it started like it's moving now, look. Because I just said it again. Is somebody here? And it's saying yes. So she made me this most cutest little fairy angel. So cute. Look, isn't it adorable? I know, Sister Christina, it is. And it's like little crystal things for the head and the body. And then she's got like little crystally wings. It's so cute. So cute. So this is another one that I can use. I've got this beautiful one. And then the one that my lovely sister, Christina's made me. She's made me a beautiful wand and a beautiful pendulum. And I know that I was getting other little things in there as well. I think she said she'd made me a necklace or something as well. So I know I've got some other beautiful bits turning up as well that I can't wait to get. Sister Drew did say that hers has turned up, but she's had to pay for the postage of it turning up there. And it was £20 or something, which is a lot of money to pay. So I'm hoping that that is not what's going to happen here, that I'm going to have to pay to get it out of the post office. Because it's... I already paid a lot of money to get it, to even get the bits. Worthwhile money, absolutely. That's another person. Go and look over on Christina and Son's Ghost Squad, okay? She makes a lot of interesting DIY stuff. She does make things like wands and pendulums. She could do them to your taste. Really, really good prices. Really, really beautiful. And I'm telling you, it's wow. Like the whole... absolutely stunning when she makes them and that. So go check her out as well, guys. I know, sis, because I paid 30 to send each one off, so 30 for both. Yeah, for both of your packages. I don't know why they would charge you. Yeah, no, she actually sent me the screenshot of it that she's got to pay. I think it was £29 to get it out, something like that. So if she's got to do that, I'm sure that I'm going to have to as well. But it's worth it, guys. Seriously, it is going to be worth it. Obviously, if you're in America and places like that, it don't really matter as much because you're in the same country. So you're not going. But because we're in the UK, maybe the UK's coming with a stupid law or something. I don't know. I'll wait to see if mine turns up or if I have to pay for it as well. But I haven't had anything that said anything yet, so I don't think. Hopefully, it won't. And I thought that was quite shocking that she's got to pay that as well. You know what I mean? I was just like, what? Why would they be charging her to pick it up? But yeah, there was she sent me the screenshot of that. But Sister Christina makes some beautiful wands and pendulums and other beautiful things as well, jewelries and all sorts of things. So go and check her videos and stuff out, and don't be scared to go and ask her if you're interested in something. She'll give you a decent price, and you know, it'd be awesome. There's a lot of very talented people on this panel. I'm opening the shop in a couple of months. I was planning on getting a lot of my stuff this month. I'm not going to now because I've got to do stuff to do with my nan. I've still got to get my nan's ashes put to the ground, and I want to buy like some bits that I need. So my all of my Halloween stuff that's been waiting for ages, I'm going to buy that this week when I get paid. And then next month I've got to pay for my wand from Chris, and I will buy the bits that I've put into the save section and go and buy them, and that's for the shop. And then hopefully I can start making a few more bits. All I'll have to do is look for a few more different herbs and oils and stuff as well. And then I can start doing my wish jars and my spell jars and all sorts of things. It might be, sis. It might be, because everywhere's different, isn't it? Like I said, mine's not turned up yet, so I'll see if it turns up and if I do have to actually pay. I'll probably look in my messenger as well to see if there's anything in there saying that I've got a parcel or anything, but I can't see that happening, you know what I mean? Like, hopefully not, because I've got a lot to pay out this month and next month. And I need to start saving up to get over to Texas and that. Like, that's my main aim now. And we've got Christmas coming up, so lots of stuff. But I hope that you did enjoy my education with you on my Mabon and telling you my future plans for things that are coming up and stuff, guys. Hope that you've enjoyed the show, and this witch has been really, really happy with sitting here and talking to you guys and giving you guys the information. Just remember that we're all blessed and we have a beautiful world, and we're blessed and we should be grateful for what we have and what we're given, and just be blessed and be respectful and be peaceful, guys, and just enjoy life and take life as it comes. Yeah, you sent me tracking. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. I will have a look. But what I'm going to do, guys, is it is late, so I'm going to get off of here because it's like 3:26 in the morning, which means we are right bang in the middle of witching hour. The hour of witches and the hour where spirits like to play. Well and truly. They are definitely doing that here because I keep hearing banging in my front room at a minute. So we're here. And I did do a crossing today as well. So a very quick crossing. But some of them didn't want to go. So they're here and just doing their thing at the minute. So yeah, a lot of stuff's been going on here today. Interesting. But yeah, I'm going to get off of here, guys, and check me out tomorrow. I should be on with pups at 12. It's either 12 or 12:30 a.m. UK time. Okay, and that's going to be with the pups, and we're doing our show. And like I said, I've got a few little things I've got to do as well. So just keep your eyes posted, guys. So I'll be on tomorrow, and then I'll be on with Sister Mystical and Drew on Tuesday. And I will be on throughout the week as well, doing other things. I will catch you all in your chats and stuff as well. You have 15 babies. Oh, bless. Yeah, I've got a few babies here. I've got some that live here permanently because they are to do with me anyway. And then I've got some that just, they're here at the minute. Yeah, they're really, really cute. So I hope you enjoyed my Mabon history and me talking to you about what I like to do as a witch. And yeah, 7 p.m. tomorrow, I think. That's 7 p.m. pups time, I think. That's 12. I think that's 12 my time. So yeah, I'll be on with pups. Just keep your eyes posted out for my channel because it's normally done on my channel. So just look out for my channel when I do it. I'll double check with him in the morning. I won't message him now because it's quite late, but I'll check with him, double check tomorrow to make sure and see what we might be coming up with doing. But until then, I do really hope that you enjoyed the show to do with Mabon and what I do as a witch and what I believe with my celebrations for Mabon as well. I hope that it's helped you to understand and be a bit more connected to what the festival and the holiday means. And this witch bids you lots of love, light, and blessings, and thanks you for watching me. And I will see you all very, very soon, guys. Stay blessed. And remember that when you go to sleep, the spirits do creep, and they're always around you. And stay spooky. And a merry parting from me, Willow. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Love and light from me and the spirits. And all of the energies of Mabon. Night, night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Ha 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 ha. Hello, Debbie. Just going off, sweetheart, but I will see you on another show tomorrow. Night, night, darling.